Hi, welcome to 151 Garage. I'm Sean.
I'm Jill.
And today we're going to do the Jeepish thing ever. We're going to remove that light and put in a third brake light in the tire. The reason I say that is because every Jeep owner has one. And it's actually a good idea because right now, because I have this right here, it actually lifts it up considerably, as well as this. It blocks out quite a bit. Now granted, it's only that much, but I mean, every little bit helps, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take out the tire.
I don't even know how to respond to that, thanks.
I'm gonna go ahead and take off the tire and take off the tire holder. We are not gonna take off the relocation bracket, we're just gonna take off this. Now you guys have seen this a million times from us. We've done it, I think,
This is probably
at least
our
fourth time taking that off. So
Maybe
if you guys
fifth.
don't know how to, I'll go through it real quick and we'll go from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and set you on the most expensive tripod ever, Jill's Bronco. And we will go ahead and start. There you go.
Thanks.
So, put this over here. We'll take it inside and we'll be right back. Okay. Now that I got this in here, we'll take it apart and we'll show you what's inside of this. Now, all it is to pull this off is the 4 bolts right here, and there's 8 bolts that hold this cover on. Now, right now, if we want to do the connection for the back, this doesn't leave much room. What I do want to do is see how much room is in here under the plug and see if I can make enough room where I can cut this here and then put a plug on the bottom of this, kind of like how this is set, where if I want to change it back to this, I can actually, you know, simple plug and play. Just take it off, bolt this back on, plug it in, and we're good. So let me pull this apart real quick. And then it's just simple pull apart. There you go. Now the plug I had already unplugged. Now here's the thing. With this right here, let me pull this off completely. Now, one thing I noticed in this is I was looking to see if there was room in there, and there's not. But there is room up here. If you guys look, there's a loop right there where they actually gave you enough room. So let me cut that open real quick. So that right there is what they had inside the loop. So it gives you another, you know,
About 4 inches.
4
maybe.
inches more. So you can cut this and still be able to put a plug on one side and a plug on the other and still be able to work it. So that was the biggest thing for me, is I don't want to cut it and not be able to put it back on if I want to put it back on later. So it gives me enough room for error or modification. Now,
Well, at least Ford shot ahead on that one.
yeah, they did give you a little bit on that one. Well, I think it's mainly because I think the Sasquatch has a longer one of these, so it gives you a little more room.
Oh, yeah.
They don't have to make 2 harnesses, so I don't think the
accommodate a larger
Sasquatch
tire.
has that loop in it like that. I think that is the Sasquatch right there, and this is the non-Sasquatch. So
That makes sense, because then you have, you know, accommodates the bigger tire, so it needs a longer reach.
So I'm gonna cut this right about here.
So this is what he's talking about. That way you guys can see it. So instead of being like a tube, it's like a wraparound.
Yeah, it's like a cloth tape of some sort. And it's all over, it's either that or the stuff like this. That's
Yeah, the
in
mesh.
there, the mesh stuff, so.
Yeah,
it's
that's
nice it's not
actually
the
the
weird.
tube.
Yeah, it's nice that it's not the weird wire loom stuff that everybody, a lot of older cars have. The split loom stuff.
Oh yeah, like the plastic corrugation stuff.
Yeah.
The tubing.
Okay, we'll put this stuff out of the way, that way it's easier to work with. This right here is over with this portion, and then just strip the wires as whatever connection you connector you use. Now I am using a connector I've used in the past, or that style connector I've used in the past. It's actually like it. So here's the connectors I'm using. I'll link them down below, and what they are, they're waterproof. So on either end, on these, you have these little yellow isolators that actually fit in right there, and they're waterproof. As well as this right here. Obviously where it's at, there's gonna get some water on it. When you connect it, it seals on the inside. Disconnect, just pop it out. Give
It's a tight seal.
Give a good pull and it'll come out. So, and we have these connectors that you use on the intersections of it. So,
Now we've used those before when we put on external lights, like the lights, say
Yeah.
for the cowling and the roof and the fog lights. We've used those connectors before.
yep. With this being off, the connection came from here. So this right here is a Jeep one. We ordered it from Amazon. Again, since a Jeep has 5 lugs and this has 6, I had to re-drill some of this stuff. Use the one with the slotted, re-drill these holes, and it fits perfectly. Centered, really nice. The one thing is, I have this one.
That's also a light.
This is also a Jeep, and it's also a light. The only thing with this one is, if you guys notice the inner diameter of this versus that one, you see the difference, and I'll show you why I had to get a different one. This one,
That's the one that we first bought. That's one that we had for a while.
it doesn't sit flush because it hits the inner diameter of this right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
So as you can see right here,
Yeah, it's a little
Come
bit
up here?
wonky.
you can see there's a gap right here because it does not sit flush. Now I was thinking of putting washers underneath it to make it sit flush, but I didn't want my tires sitting like that. I'll use that somewhere else for another vehicle, or donate it or something like that for a lowly Jeep guy who hasn't grown up and bought a Bronco yet. So I am copying some of the Jeep things. I like this. The reason that gets in my way, now that I actually put the tire up a little bit higher, the light is in the way. This right here will put the brake light in the center of the wheel rather than, you know, up on top in my view.
Yeah,
Now-
you'll be amazed how much, even like little things like the third brake light and a tire, it doesn't seem like a lot because you have such a large window, but when you're looking in the middle, it's a lot that gets taken out. And if you have like a raised carrier with a larger wheel, like even 37s, you're gonna lose your back window.
Completely.
Yeah, you won't be able to see squat.
Okay.
So it's nice to have options.
Very nice. Connect it best you can. There you go. We can test it when we're on there, and we'll have enough room where we can kind of zip tie this back out of the way with these and still have enough room if you do need to take it off. It does come out. So I'm gonna grab some zip ties real quick.
bag of 8 million zip ties.
Can never go wrong with too many zip ties. Yeah, that's fine.
You want me to put this on a thing and hold it?
Yeah, you want to? Just put it on the end. Go on that side and just hold it up that way.
Okay.
Go over there. Over there. That way you're not standing right next to me. I can work on it right here. That's pretty good.
Easy.
One more. Pull that plug. Actually, I'll leave it like that. That's not a big deal. So, now that it's all done, we can go outside and put it on. Okay, see you out there. So, sorry about the wind, but here's the two different ones. Now, this one is off my Black Diamond. This one right here, we modified. So you see the difference of it where it doesn't have the light on the top. Now, this right here, we'll see once we get it back together to see if it works before we put that monster on, just to verify. So I'm gonna go ahead and set it down. And we'll go through the opposite process of reinstalling it. So Jill will hold this. So all this is the two plugs I was talking about. Put them in. The two plugs I was talking about are these right here. These go in there like that and like that.
Pushing it.
So we'll go ahead and close this up real quick. If Jill wants to go in and step on the brake, we'll see how it works. See if we need to take it off and fix it. And it doesn't work.
Well guys, we ran into a problem.
Okay, so we believe there's a thing you got to do for forescan for LED lights rather than this right here, because it does not work with this. If you hit the brake, it doesn't work. We tested out this on the straight to the battery, it works. So I believe there's something in forescan that we have to figure out before we can go any further. So we'll figure that out and we will be right back.
Yeah, but before we go, we did try this on the battery and we tried the other one that we bought on the battery and they both lit up. So
yeah, it's something with the forescan that we got to do. We got to make sure it's capable of doing it. But we'll look into it and
we'll bring it back when we figure it out.
Yeah, be right back.
Bye.
This is a fail for us, actually. This right here does not work with the halogen lights. On the other hand, we put this on Jill's Bronco, which has the LED lights, the signature lights, the front and the back, and it works wonderfully. So what we are planning on doing, she wants to clean up the back end of her car. We are going to remove hers, and I'll show you hers in just a second, because hers is different than this. This is a non-Sasquatch light. So as you can see, it sits real close. Now this is the same size tire as what she has on hers. See how close it is? Now we'll come back to this one.
I'm gonna give him a hit.
This right here is a little bit taller, but what we're going to do is we're not going to put that on that one right there. What we are going to do is we are going to put this on her car, and then we're going to put that light on, or the tail light, the third brake light, on my car, because I'm going to put 37s on mine and I need the extra height for it. That should be just enough not to get in the way, but
So for those of you that are new to the channel, his car's the Black Diamond.
Yeah, mine's
Ben is for the dogs, and this one's mine.
Yeah, so...
And I'm blocking most of this because there's something behind here that you're always just gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah, we have a lot of modifications going on with this. As you can see, let me go this way. We have the entire front end of her car off. I do have to say, you have more on your car. Come back here. Her car is actually more complete than mine because mine's actually missing the hood, the fenders, this piece right here, the grille. It does have the bumper though, but we do have some modifications coming for this as well as mine. This one right here will stay stock
Pretty
for
much
now,
the way
at
it
least the
is.
backside. Yeah, kind of a downer, but there's...
That's okay, but we still have one more thing to put on here, and that's the tailgate limiter.
Yeah. So to tell you a little more about this, these right here are halogen lights. That right there is an LED tail light that goes in the center. The weird thing is because it's halogen, the resistors or something in forescan, if I changed out these, I might be able to switch out to that. But there's some stuff behind there which I'm not willing to mess with, at least the tail light and the wiring and stuff that I'm not really gonna mess with right now to figure out. I'm okay with that because it is really low. I will put that on her vehicle and we'll show you that. We won't go through the whole process. We'll just show you that later on once we get her vehicle all done. So we do have a lot of modifications coming to hers.
This might be part of the big review.
Yeah, no doubt. Do note, we are at 3905 subscribers. At 4,000, I'm ordering her Gobi roof rack.
Oh boy, y'all need to smash that
so-
subscribe button, damn it.
Hit the subscribe button, help her out. I told her that was the goal she needed to hit, and we'll see you there.
I'm this far away.
Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell.
Hi.
See you on the next one.